How long gone? It's Chris Black coming to you live from the Ritz-Carlton Rancho Mirage in Palm Desert. Jason, I have a lot to say about where I am in this hotel right now, but I want you to tell me what's going on with you.
I like the way you said Palm Desert. I'm still sort of recovering from our trip. I think you bounced back a little bit faster than I did on account of no drugs and alcohol. Good for you. Happy for you. So I've been sort of spending the last 2 days having husband meals.
Okay, so what are those consisting of? I feel like that because you are such a chef-driven guy.
Oh yeah.
They might be a little better than maybe some other husband meals could be. You're not having a Ritz cracker sandwich or anything like that.
I'm not having a saltine sandwich. I'm not having no. I guess I didn't realize I was having husband meals until somebody pointed it out on social media. But I think usually the general sort of rule of thumb for the husband meal is whatever you would eat if your wife wasn't there to control what you eat every day of your life.
Yeah,
where a man gets to eat exactly what he wants, uninhibited by his partner's presence.
Well,
so it's typically Wingstop and stuff like that.
Cucks. Like if you let a woman dictate what you eat, I mean,
I'm a cuck then.
I guess you ain't with the alpha. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. You think a woman? I mean, I'm just kidding. Every woman dictates what we do. We all know that.
So my version of that, I got back. I went to Bub and Grandma's. I had a BLT and a strawberry donut for lunch.
I mean, that is insane. But yeah, that is.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like that's less.
Hot cup of coffee and a BLT alone.
It just sounds like you're an alcoholic, honestly. But yeah, I mean, whatever.
It was a little bit of an alcoholic's meal. I mean, if it makes you feel better, the BLT was probably $18.
No, I know it was
something off a taco truck.
I know it was a high-end BLT, and I'm sure the bread was amazing.
It was on hand baked challah.
I've never been to Bub and Grandma's because it's a little too far to drive for a sandwich. But I'm a fan of their breads. And historically,
I'm gonna take you one day. I think you'll like it.
How fresh was the tomato?
The tomato was the star. He does way too much iceberg lettuce, which is a decision, and I think a lot of East Coasters like it like that, where you just have this impossibly thick ass brick full of iceberg lettuce. He does it with his tuna salad, when I think it's amazing and it works on there. But for a BLT, it was a little too much lettuce. But and then the next day, aka yesterday, I went to brunch at Erewhon, where I had a cactus flea market smoothie and a slice of pepperoni pizza.
Okay, I mean, this is getting the
That's a cool meal.
It's cool, but the abuse that you put your guts through is just insane. Like drinking a smoothie with food is, first of all, a red flag. Absolute psycho behavior.
I know.
Smoothies are meant to replace meals. We all know that. When you mix them with food,
that's dangerous language, Chris. But go ahead.
You look like a teenager. But the Cactus Plant Flea Market smoothie has been trending. It looks like a kind of.
If I wanted to look like a teenager, I would order the Cactus Plant Flea Market smoothie.
It doesn't. There's no way. Does it taste as bad as the clothes look, or is it delicious? It surprised me.
It's not delicious. And it's not good or bad.
You don't say. That's crazy.
It's $22.
That's fine.
I took a photo of the ingredients just because I didn't understand what it was. Okay. Coconut cream, strawberry glaze, whatever that is.
What the fuck is that?
Banana, matcha cream, yuzu lemon, sea moss, blue magic spelled with a J instead of a G, K instead of a C, oat milk, chlorophyll, lemon juice, mango, turmeric, orange juice, carrot juice, pineapple. $22.
Okay.
And a portion of the proceeds benefit the Maui Relief Funds, of course.
Oh, well, thank God. Yeah, thank God for that. What okay. This feels like a produce kitchen sink vibe.
I
would
think,
say where
I think the whole idea it's a smoothie that you have to it's a smoothie that's only meant to be looked at. It's not meant to be consumed really in terms of if you enjoy flavors.
Yeah.
It's a very Instagrammable, photogenic smoothie. That's is it a work of art? Maybe, but they make it's like 5 different smoothies in one, and then they sort of smear each smoothie onto the sides and walls of the plastic cup.
Not the walls.
In order to create, a cool mosaic-y, abstract art.
Yeah.
Cloudy sky kind of situation. Multicolored, it's stupid, but it's just one of those things where you got to buy it just to try it, and it tasted pretty bad.
Were you able to finish it?
For $22, I'm gonna finish it. Yeah, for sure.
That's right. I see. That's when your cheapness works for you. That's cool.
Well, I wouldn't do that. The caveat is the fact that all of those ingredients should be very high quality and very good for me. If this was just like I spent $22 on some
that's true.
Fucking hoagie cheesesteak thingy, and the more I eat it, the more I'm gonna get sick, then I would not. But if it's all blue magic and chlorophyll, these are all things that I want to put in my body. So I'm licking that cup. I'm licking that plastic cup. Ice cream's so good.
Okay, so I have to ask a question that is disgusting, and I hate to even ask you this, but did you
shit my pants? Yes.
Did you wash down any pizza bites with Cactus Plant Flea Market?
Every single one.
Okay,
one.
bro. This is okay. I'm worried about.
I got a sparkling water. I got a water with bubbles in order to drink alongside my pizza. That's normal, right?
Yeah, that's normal.
Little sparkling water with pizza sounds delicious.
Normal. It's refreshing.
I cracked it open, took 2 sips, and then my smoothie was ready. And so then I forgot about the water. I drank it afterwards. But I mean, obviously that's disgusting behavior. Washing down a smoothie, pizza, et cetera, et cetera. But we've moved past that. This is the new reality that we
haven't moved past that. Maybe you have moved past that.
I'm attempting to move past it.
You're moving past it because you're the one who violated and committed that crime.
Violator.
And I'm, in this instance, the feds. Okay, so...
But there's been overall there's been a metamorphosis at Erewhon where it is no longer a high-priced organic market that offers food and drinks. It is now a smoothie bar that is meant for collaborations only. When I was there were probably 50 people crowding the doorway entrance, all waiting for a juice or a smoothie or something from the Elixir bar. Nobody was buying groceries. The checkout line was empty.
Barren.
It was barren, and you wait in line like a fool to order a smoothie that costs $22. It's part of the fun, and then you get to the front, and they give you, your little, here's your thingy, and they say, just to let you know, it's a 30-minute wait for smoothies right now.
Okay, waiting 30 minutes for a smoothie in LA.
Like a table at Din Tai Fung, like you're going to Houston's for lunch.
Well, I mean, look, waiting for a table at Erewhon, waiting for a smoothie at Erewhon makes sense because no one there has a job. No one there has anywhere to be. They're only there to create content, so it's fine. If anywhere is going to have a 30-minute wait that benefits its consumers, it is the Erewhon Elixir bar.
That's true. So I was able to put my smoothie order in, go give my friend Devin a tour of the entire store. He wanted to see some, he had never been before, so I was like, oh, you got to see the bag of sweet potato chips that cost $28.
Which one did you go to? Silver Lake?
Silver Lake, yeah.
Twisted, the most twisted one by far, for my money.
The only inhabitable one.
Absolutely not. It's too small.
The one by your house is just like YouTube, like people who do like tit surgery videos on TikTok, and
yeah, exactly. Silver Lake is just dusty versions of that. So I don't know what the problem.
No, Silver Lake was just hot, cool young people with interesting tattoos and online ceramic.
No, there's a lot of guys.
They're coming from a hike.
No, it's guys that have women's tattoos, those little dainty bitch tattoos that are like single needle. that
Yeah.
are
They don't
only
have
reserved
any of
for
those
women.
in WeHo. Go ahead.
Well, they're on women. That's what I'm saying. That's where they belong.
There's no women in WeHo.
Silver Lake. In Silver Lake, they're on men, and they're wearing big pants and maybe some Asics. I'm gonna guess
No big pants, no Asics. Asics are cool.
There's no way there wasn't big pants at Erewhon and Silver Lake. You're out of your fucking mind.
It's true.
There's no way.
Everyone, it's 100 degrees out here. Everyone was wearing like
Big shorts,
3-inch
long shorts.
No, they were wearing 3-inch inseam shorts coming from Griffith.
This is disgusting.
And everyone, but the one accessory that I did see prevailing there was like, it's 100 degrees. We're gonna go, get a smoothie for lunch, but we have to make sure we bring our 150-pound husky along for the ride.
Well, of course.
These poor motherfuckers.
I mean, dude,
The dogs, not the people.
Yeah, dogs are abused every day by people that shop at Erewhon. It's a common theme.
I guess maybe the difference is the people at the Erewhon and Silver Lake are the people that would more likely appear on my Explore page, and then the people in WeHo is more for you.
Nope, that's
they all have the same jobs. They're all Instagram models.
Yeah,
mine are a little bit different looking, maybe Asian, and yours are just.
I mean, I think there's some
high testosterone women.
I think there's some
with
truth.
like lots of plastic surgery.
I think there's some truth to that, but I just find that location. I hate parking in a garage. I hate parking structures.
It has valet.
I hate valet at a grocery store or at a gym is one of the most annoying things that can exist.
The Erewhon by your house has a parking garage.
I know. I don't have to use it though. That's my whole point. I don't ever have to use it, and there's ample parking on the street as well, which does not exist in that little shithole in Silver Lake, and it's too cramped. It's just too small. I don't. It's like it feels like it's a half the size that it should be. But I wonder which one does more money. Not based on square footage, just strictly gross.
The one by you probably does more money.
I don't know, man. That's I mean, honestly, it's tough. You can't be sure. I mean, I feel like the Cactus Plant Flea Market smoothie.
Obviously, it's a prediction.
The Cactus Plant Flea Market smoothie feels very WeHo to me. But were several people ordering that smoothie and waiting 30 minutes for it, or were they getting regular ones?
Yeah, several people were getting the cactus, but also just as many were getting the classic Hailey Bieber.
Of course, the Hailey Bieber is also disgusting. It's too sweet.
How much did they charge, or how much does Erewhon charge in order for a brand or a person to do a collaborative smoothie? It's like $50,000 or something like that.
Oh, I've never heard a number attached to it. I mean, I doubt. I wonder if they even charge. Honestly, I feel like it's like good for everybody.
No, they for sure charge.
I don't.
No, I know that. I've read. It's confirmed. You pay Erewhon X amount of dollars, and then they'll develop the thingy. I think obviously Cactus had to pay a lot more because they have every cup branded with their logo on it.
Yeah, that's true. There is I think it can't be $50,000. That seems extreme.
No way.
But maybe
the ROI makes a lot of sense. But they're making so much money selling smoothies and then selling the ability to have a collaborative smoothie. There's 3 different ones right now. There was the Cactus, and then there was another one that was like a collab with like a granola bar. And then there was Becky G had her own.
All right, that proves with 100% certainty that it cannot cost $50,000 because Becky G and her record label cannot afford that. There's no way Becky G's got $50,000 for a smoothie. That's the entire rollout budget.
No, this is a collaboration with Malk. Okay.
Okay, so Malk footed the bill.
It's a swirl chata. Yeah. What do you want?
Malk came up with 30 and Becky came up with 20 and they called it even.
It's honestly it's one of the best ad spends you can do in this town.
I guarantee you there's absolutely no return for anyone but Erewhon. Like Cactus Plant Flea Market made clothes though, so they're going to sell the clothes, so it's worth it, Just the visibility. I mean, yeah, I guess the visibility, but these are all people that are already very visible. Becky G is not, but the rest of these people are pretty visible. But yeah, I mean, it needs to die. And that's what it comes down to.
It's not going to die. I mean, it does need to die, but I predict in the near future, not near, but maybe 3 years, Erewhon will pivot away from the useless task of selling, packaged chicken breasts that go bad for $38, and they're just going to turn into a coffee smoothie kind of hot bar thingy. There's no reason for them to sell groceries.
Yeah, that's the difference between Silver Lake. Maybe I see people with full carts every time I'm in there. Every time, like without fail.
Without fail.
And it's like, that's an insane way to live. But I also think that like, if I don't know if it became that, it would be like a different thing.
The only people that buy groceries are at Erewhon are just celebrity private chefs.
It's just rich people too. It's definitely just like rich guys with G-Wagons that are like, this is where I need to get a smoothie. I might as well do my grocery shopping. That's the vibe. Like, I don't even look at prices type shit.
Yeah.
But I don't. I wish I could avoid it for the rest of my life because I do despise it. But I love. I don't get smoothies there anymore. I only get hot bar and occasionally a snack.
Sure.
You know,
carrot cake is great.
It is the best place to see how many beverage brands can exist under the sun, and how many of those will be there next time you come back. That's the one good thing about it. I feel like it's
when I was in Silver Lake getting my car from the valet, they had a little ice bucket that had free samples of the Taika coffee.
Yeah, they give away
Australia's own Taika Waititi's macadamia nut latte. Went down a bloody treat.
Those are delicious, but I think that is something like that's another reason why the valet is trash, is they try to force products on you, which is like
they offer a chilled beverage to our clientele as a thank you.
Bro, they will leave a drink in the cup holder without asking. 100% happened to me more than once. And it's like, oh great, I got some chicken skin crisps and a watermelon coconut
it's like
water.
The Kanye tweet, I hate when I fall asleep on a plane and they hand me a water, and now I gotta be responsible for this water.
Exactly, dude.
I gotta be responsible for this kava chip.
Yes, exactly. It's like, but it's always something that you don't want. Like the fact that it was Taika and it tasted good is unbelievable.
This is the first time I was like, oh damn, this is like an $11 canned coffee for free.
Yeah,
let's fucking go.
This is good. Yeah, it's always some sort of like harebrained snack that you're like, I don't even know what this is.
Mm-hmm. Damn, that's my new Instagram bio, harebrained snack.
But we had some I was kind of involved in some controversy yesterday that I feel like we should address on How Long Gone. I heard.
Let us. Well, wait. Let's go pay some bills real quick. Go ahead.
I heard from a reliable source, connected source, that the famed Horses Eatery on Sunset Boulevard was going to shutter in a couple weeks.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
I reported that on Twitter. Kind of just like as a, kind of.
It was a Saturday.
Yeah, it was like kind of not a joke, but just like I literally heard this, so I'm going to put it on Twitter. I didn't say that like I know for a fact I saw the court-martial papers or anything.
You were offering speculative tea, and we said slurp.
Exactly. It didn't do that crazy of numbers, but it did garner a personal response from a few people, letting me know that I was wrong, and then Horses took to Instagram and posted a picture letting you know that they're not closing. And then there were some references to our show in the comments. And then some other woman wrote some long diatribe on her Instagram story about how Horses is like a real place and we should respect that, etc. It too long didn't read. But I've been told I was wrong, so I want to apologize because I was wrong. I don't expect to be let back in there. That's fine. No hard feelings, but the rumor mill, look, like you guys have been through a lot worse than a Chris Black tweet, and that was never acknowledged, so I love that my tweet was acknowledged. I find that very funny. Well,
I mean, this really does speak to how unfortunately influential your annoying little ass is.
I guess. I don't know, man. It was fine because one person I talked to I'm actually friends with and I like, and it was a nice exchange. The tagging me on Instagram when I didn't say anything on Instagram is a little annoying, but like whatever. Choose your fighter. You have 400 followers, doesn't matter. But the best twist of this, besides Horses being open, is that you went there for dinner the same night.
Yeah, I mean, all the planets aligned in such a way.
It's beautiful.
I was hanging out with my friend Devin from out of town, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to Horses tonight with my friend. Shout out to Daniel." And I was like, "Oh, LOL." This was 10 minutes after you tweeted that, and I was like, "Wow, someone's trying to Virgo. It's Virgo season. Someone's trying to tell me something." And I said, "Yeah, let's do it." Unfortunately, after I confirmed, I learned that our friend was only able to secure the 10 p.m. reservation.
Okay, so look, horses still hot. 10 p.m. reservation means you got no juice.
The stable was slammed. It was completely packed. And I do have juice there, and I could have maybe contacted a couple people that I know. But because of your actions earlier in that day, I felt that I may have been a wee bit guilty by association.
And I hate to do that.
And I didn't want to push my luck.
Smart. No, it's smart. And I forget now that I'm speaking for two. In some instances, and that's the public's fault for not being able to separate us. But I do apologize because you're a member of the food community, so I do apologize for bringing you into that. I was just having a little fun. What's the saying? It's done to death. Twitter. What do we do around here?
We clown in this bitch.
We clown in this bitch. Anyway, so
if you're scared, go to Threads.
yeah. Should have soft launched that one on Threads.
Yeah. So, but it was also kind of a good thing that I also didn't want to text or DM somebody who worked there because then they would know that I was coming. I wanted to sort of slip in,
of course,
Ruth Reichel style with my disguise and glasses and my wig on.
Your wig, I know you had your wig on.
So I went in, hat in hand, very respectful, and and everyone killed me with kindness. Everyone was very nice. Sent out, one or two dishes on the house.
Let's be real, though. Let's be real. How many people in there knew what was going on?
I have no idea.
Do you actually?
It could have been zero. I got a couple glares or glances. They could have just been.
That could just be you.
Let's
not put that on me.
Equal chance and likelihood that was just they don't like me in general.
So no one acknowledged anything, and it was you had service as normal. A couple things get sent out. That would happen to you as an LA food pillar, no matter what.
Yeah.
So there was nothing happened. There was no even clever wink to it.
Maybe a little. Maybe one or two people may have done a little. Oh, yeah. But no, everyone was. It was all above board. Everyone was cool. It was great.
Was there anyone famous there, or were they able to focus their attention on you?
I did not see anyone famous. I thought I saw Tyler's Rolls truck.
Yes,
but I didn't see him inside. It could have been there's like a nightclub next door to Horses that used to be sort of like hookah lounge, like I don't know what the vibe was, but it was a little like shady club kind of shit. And it appears that it's just like a full-on club. Like clubs are sort of back in LA now, I guess, because they didn't really exist for a long time. Like everything just kind of closed, but it was like a regular ballers only style club. And like every single car that was pulling up to valet was just Rolls Royce, Bentley, McLarens, Aston Martins. Like millions of dollars worth of cars were pulling up all the time. So it could have been just a regular,
sure, of course,
arms dealer.
Well, I'm a little upset that after all that there wasn't at least a dessert brought out that said "fuck Chris Black" and chocolate. You know what I mean, or something.
Yeah,
something
like on the menu. They print out your tweet onto edible miso mochi paper. Yeah, with a playful little bloody dagger through it or something.
I feel like this was an opportunity for some joking, but maybe that's just not the demeanor over there. But look, I'm glad they're in business. I'm glad they're thriving. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I was supportive during the hubbub because, like, who cares? Mm-hmm. And I still think that. I just heard a rumor and I reported the rumor. That's what I do. That's our job as members of the media.
Yeah, it had me thinking this morning when I was doing my dog walking of like where you're separating the brand from the person, and how those lines are being blurred more and more where from your position, it's just like, I'm just, I'm a member of the media. I heard a scoop and I was alluding to the fact that I may have heard the scoop, no confirmed anything, but it's just what I do. But because it is you as a person and it's not just coming from, the Washington Post or the Daily Mail or something like that. It's coming from a person with the name.
Sure.
It changes things and it makes it more.
That's fine. And also it's like if I personally know someone that is like, that is not true, then that's fine. Tell me I'm wrong. That's not a big deal. Like, I'm not mad. Like, it's all good. It's all good. Like, the restaurant.
Chris is not mad.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just saying, it's like if I'm okay with being wrong, that. That's not I'm not above that. It's all good. And I'm glad that you had a delicious meal there. And I'm disappointed they didn't kind of elbow you in the ribs a little bit, but Everybody's different. The way people handle things is different.
Yeah, that's true.
So we've been at this Ritz-Carlton in Rancho Mirage for the weekend in Palm Springs, and like obviously it's very hot. Whatever, didn't matter. The hotel is like kind of a sprawling like resort. Multiple pools. The room is really nice. Great diptyque stuff in the bathroom. First time I've seen that.
What's the rate per night hitting for?
I don't even know. It's cheap because it's August. Like I think during high season it's probably like $1,500 a night. You know what I mean? But right now it's probably like $300 or $400. It's not bad.
Really?
Yeah, it's cheep because it's so hot.
Sure,
that's the whole thing.
I mean, it's
like 110.
It's 100 here, so God only knows what it's hitting for over there.
We planned this for a while. It's super nice. We get here, it's all good. And then we're kind of like, sussing it out a little bit, and it's just like, oh, this is a Republican hotel. This is the Republican stronghold of Palm Springs. Because when you think of Palm Springs, you think of a gay paradise, like gay only, bad restaurants, dinosaur weekend, like lesbians, just
it's
gay
campy,
stuff.
it's draggy brunch.
Like you just think of gay stuff and mid-century design and maybe like Frank Sinatra, But over here,
where an ugly gay can thrive.
Oh yeah, over here on this side of the tracks, it's only people that are 50 pounds overweight driving $100,000 trucks that live in Orange County. And everybody's rich and they're probably like builders.
Right.
It is the vibe, but it's like a very interesting group of people because they're disgusting. But this place is so nice. And I'm like, I really like this place, but man, it's like you go to the pool and it's a lot of like drunk adults making friends, and you try to zone it out, but you have to listen to it, and it's just such a. This is what happens. This is what happens because
making friends.
We're in a lucky position that in our careers we get to meet people and socialize almost constantly, like maybe to the point where it's negative, honestly.
Yeah.
And that's like what we do for a living. That's where I get my life's blood from. That's what I love. I meet new people constantly. Regular adults like do not do that. They go to work, they go home. You know what I mean? Like most adults aren't meeting new people. They're married, they have kids, they have responsibilities. They're not hitting the bar, they're not hitting the club, whatever it may be. So you see what happens at this pool. You see these fucking people just roasting in the sun. They all have fucking Ruka flat brim mesh hats on, board shorts,
could be worse.
Yeti tumbler with the drink they made in the room, and then they just start talking to each other. They just start talking to each other. And it's like, oh, you guys are from Italy? That's crazy. My brother-in-law is actually from Sicily. And they just have this, and they just can't stop talking. And it's like, I got my headphones on, I'm trying to read. It's the can't stop talking. And it's just this weird, it's weird to watch adults relate to each other in this, like to witness that. You know what I mean?
I know. Okay. So typically, like I went to the Ritz in Santa Barbara a couple years ago, and they had two areas. One family friendly, and the pool had like like a water slide and maybe like a gun and that shoots the water, and you have fun and play the games. And then they had the adults only.
Yes, same thing here.
They got Tony Bennett blasting on the Bluetooth speakers that is a plastic rock by you.
Yes.
And it's just old people reading and sleeping. No one's in the pool. Everyone's just chilling. We need 3 areas now. We need
yes.
We need adults that have to get so drunk they behave like babies and speak and interact like babies. And in order to make a new friend.
And then we need a pool for actual adults. There's a third pool needed. But it's also the drinking level at like 9 a.m. It's fucking 100 degrees. Ordering a round of shots.
Yeah.
Seems, and I know they're like watermelon and cute, but like that still seems very aggressive. But yeah, the vibe is just stunning. Because when you're in the room, it's like, wow, this is really nice. I love it. It's like perfectly appointed. The shower is nice. I got a massage. The spa is nice. The gym is serviceable. But as soon as you get into the real public areas, you can't you can't avoid
Jay and Pop.
You can't.
What kind of music was playing?
Chris music. They were playing. I heard 2 Harry Styles songs, a John Mayer song, a Shawn Mendes song.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like a adult contemporary pop leaning playlist.
So it's not EDM and it's not like pop country.
No.
It's just regular old normal hits. Okay, that's
normal hits.
That's promising.
It's fine, but yeah, it's a very interesting
normal hits. My favorite Spotify playlist.
It's just a very interesting group of people, and the trucks in the fucking like big boy trucks. Like everybody's got a bigger truck than the next, new, old. And the other thing, it's like when you're in the South, everybody gets out of their truck, needs 2 bellhops to get all their luggage, their coolers, their hanging bags, their Louis Vuitton dog carrier into the hotel. And I'm like, there's no way these people are staying here for more than 3 days. It's 110 degrees.
And they're only wearing board shorts. What is all the luggage for?
You don't need your tuxedo right now, I don't think. I just don't know what people are doing. But the amount of luggage, we watched a guy unload a truck and our jaws were on the floor. It was literally like he needed 2 bellmen to get 2 people's stuff inside of their hotel room.
This is a thing that I've noticed as well when I'm traveling around. People really feel uncomfortable and insecure if they don't have all of their things.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's been going on for a long time. Obviously, many people in our lives, they can't go and, for a weekend trip without bringing 5 garbage bags full of products and hair and lotions and facials and all of your beauty shit, or just like, I need 11 pairs of shoes. I don't know, like you just spiral out if you don't have all of your shit. And I think the most chill, normal people that you meet when you're traveling, especially internationally, are just like, yeah, we're in Spain for a month and everything that I need fits into this one suitcase, a small little roller, and that's it. And that's where the real vacation begins, not when you're tethered to all of your stuff. Like you're at the Ritz-Carlton and you're drinking out of a koozie because it's just like at home. And if you don't have that,
that's a good point.
Your circuits are going to scramble.
That's a good point. The fact that
it's dark.
The fact that people bring a reusable tumbler for alcohol on a vacation is very dark because I don't think it's about like saving money. I think it's about what you're saying, like a comfort thing, even though it's much easier.
Yeah, if you're staying at the Ritz, money is not the biggest worry.
Yeah,
you're not at the Tropicana for $79 a night.
You could hail down the server and order your margarita and pay $20. It's not the end of the world.
Okay, I think I know what is really happening here. This is for people who are river people, but they get rich.
Totally.
This is rich river people.
No, that's exactly what it is. And then of course
this is all river behavior.
There's a bunch of disgusting kids running around. I just hotels need to ban kids unless it's Disney World or Disneyland. Let's get kids out of here. No one wants that. I had to hear kids screaming Taylor Swift lyrics in the hallway yesterday while I was trying to write. You can't. This is no way to live.
Damn, bro.
It's no way to live.
Yeah, I saw something online. It was a hotel pool, and it said, I think, 12:30 morning until 12:30, kids are there, and then after 12:30, no more kids allowed.
That makes sense because they're tired anyway.
Seems like
they're up early.
Seems like a nice compromise.
Yeah, they're up early. Get rid of them.
It'll ruin your entire weekend if you go to Palm Springs. You got a good book. You got some edibles, you got some chips and guac coming and some ranch water. And then you just get that family where there's some kids running around and the parents are kind of like, I'm on vacay mode. I'm not really going to do a ton of policing.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
And your whole weekend that you've been planning for months is destroyed. And you can't, once that worm gets in your head,
it's tough.
It never goes. It just gets worse and worse.
I mean, this is why
we should stay at home and hang out on the internet.
This is what I should have expected, and it's my fault. But otherwise, it's been good. I mean, it's like it's so hot that it's like kind of funny. Like it's like 100 degrees. It's like 100 degrees when the sun is going down. You know what I mean? Like it feels like you walk outside and you're literally in the womb. Like it's so, but because it's not. It's different down here because even the direct sunlight doesn't make it hotter because it's so hot already. It just feels like it's gripping you.
Yeah.
It's a very strange sensation. It's different. It's like you don't even really sweat. It's different than like the humidity, obviously.
Can
But I don't
can
know,
I
man.
make you some womb tea?
I would love a little swig of womb.
It has cacao nibbies in it.
Are you kind of winding down on TJ weekend, or are you going to kind of keep pushing it today?
My brother is hosting a gluten-free pizza party tonight, so I'm going to be having selections of gluten-free pizzas. Maybe crack open a couple bottles of orange wine just for old time's sake. I think this will be the last day of naughty TJ mode, and then tomorrow I'm gonna have to go back to planet Earth.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think that's good. I think TJ weekend allowed you to kind of seep back into regular life after our whirlwind travel schedule last week. So if you need that time, then you have to take that time, Jason.
I'm listening to my bod.
Have you worked out at all?
No.
Interesting. Okay.
I've been going on long walks. I've been moving my body, but I have not worked out. No, I've been exhausted. I've had a headache. I felt like shit. Like I'm feeling so not motivated in the physical space right now.
Bro, you gotta figure it out, bro. Because like I went to the gym after we recorded, after we got off the plane. Next morning, I was in with Hunter at 7:30.
That's so sick.
I'm just saying that, it's something to consider. Because I think what it is it will really make you feel better, is why I'm pushing it.
Yeah.
It's hard to get there, but once you get there, it works better than maybe anything else.
No, I agree with that 100%, but for some reason, I just can't get over that hump. Like I said, I've been walking a lot, and I have been saunaing, and that is making me feel good, but it's obviously not enough. I still feel bad.
Well, the trip actually, our trip last week kind of sent me in a spiral a little bit because I couldn't work out for 2 days.
Yeah.
And I said this to you. I don't think that's happened to me in 10 years. Like I cannot remember a time where I didn't work out for 2 days.
You went so long without a workout.
I mean, I've done shit that has jeopardized my life and relationships to get workouts in. Like I'm an idiot. And I like really crazy stuff.
You're dedicated.
I'm dedicated to the point where it's absolutely negative for myself and those around me. But
yeah,
I think that I was kind of putting it together in my head, and I was like, there's just not a second to do this. Like it's really impossible. Like there's just too much. There's too much to do. I don't know when I would do it unless I like did some psycho shit, like stayed up till midnight to get a workout in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I'm stoked for you. I'm glad you were able to do that. I was not. And I think it's because I'm home alone, and it's something that happens so rarely nowadays. So for some reason, I'm like, I'm just very homebody-ish. I got the rental car with unlimited miles, and I'm gonna ride this thing out as long as I can.
It sounds like you're in old guys rule mode. We're kind of puttering around. Maybe doing some puttering.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing stuff around the house. Like I'm instead of working out, or I guess instead of feeling bad for not working out, I'm procrastinating with other things, but they're productive. Like I'm cleaning the house. I'm reorganizing things and throwing stuff away, and I'm doing laundry and shit like that. So it's all stuff that I have to do that's productive. Dry cleaning. The list goes on.
Wow, he's such a productive guy. It's so impressive.
Landscaping.
It's so impressive. I love this for you.
Saunaing.
I think it's time for you to get back in gear, and I think this week.
No, tomorrow. I'm back in gear tomorrow. It's over for thine house.
I cannot wait to get back to society. Personally, I need it. And it's another week in LA before heading back to New York to get into the hashtag New York Fashion Week mode. And we got a big J. Crew party on the 5th and several other events to attend.
Yeah, if I want to go out there as well, but I have a few unpaid opportunities on my docket that I'm not going to come out of pocket for.
That's fair.
So if you're one of those, if you're a party planner or a fashion label or designer, and you want to hire a male DJ,
Jason,
do send me a DM.
nobody wants to hire a white male DJ unless it's the Chainsmokers. That no one wants.
Not even the Chainsmokers will get booked for a Fashion Week party, right?
That's true. They got to get they have to get someone that ain't them or you.
I know. But that being said, if you want to take a chance on a crazy white boy like me, I will DJ, for a reduced rate.
Have you been able to listen to this new Zach Bryan album?
I tried listening to it a couple days ago and turned it off pretty quickly. It's not for me.
It is so good. It's like shocking to me how good it is. But I knew you wouldn't like it because, it doesn't have any fucking turntables or synths.
No, I listen to a lot more country music than you do, and this is just, it's not for me.
Do you? What country music are you listening to?
No, just overall my entire life. I've listened to more than you have probably.
Interesting. I didn't know that about you. You've never mentioned that before.
I've listened to a lot of guitar music as well.
True. I knew that about you, but country is something I'm learning new about you. I didn't know this.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But I also listened to there's a new Toro y Moi EP, and it's called Sand Hills, but it's like it's only about South Carolina, where he's from. Like the whole thing, all the lyrics are about South Carolina. It's 14 minutes long, and Chris Maggio took these amazing pictures of him, and it's like indie. It's like a folk record from Toro y Moi, and it's very good.
Oh, good.
And I'm impressed with the range, but the pictures are really sick. You should check out the photos. They're fun.
I have checked it out. I like that we are talking about how good the album is based on the photos.
Well, no, I've listened to the album.
I'm flagging that mentally.
I've listened to the album and I like it, but I also love the photos. It's two separate things.
Yeah, Maggio killed it with those. What basketball player was it? I forgot. Kevin Durant?
No, it's not Durant. It's the
not Kyrie.
It's it was the Greek freak.
Oh yeah.
I don't know his real name.
Freak. His name is Giannis.
Yes. Yeah, here he is.
Yes.
Giannis.
Yeah, those photos with Giannis.
I can't say the last name. That's
too Greek. Say it.
That's too Greek for me.
Damn, his wingspan is 7'3". Mamma mia.
What? Damn, that's crazy. Are you ready for the U.S. Open to start on Monday?
I am ready. I have Decatur Dan's YouTube account. I'm looking at all of his search history.
Anything?
I'm not going to say any of it.
Okay,
but
we can talk about
really
it.
Funny.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it after. So
yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to watch it. It's on in the mornings here, right?
Yeah, I think it's usually. Like it starts at noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. But I I want is Djokovic to lose. But there's been some, Isner, John Isner is retiring, so you're now the tallest man, in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy, Jack Sock, who's like a pretty, like a journeyman American player. He's won like Grand Slams playing doubles, but I've seen him play a lot on TV. Like he's a real, ranked guy. Is retiring from tennis.
I'm sorry, this guy's name is Jack Sock.
Yeah.
Like what your mom had to clean?
That's not funny, but yeah.
Oh, he's retiring to do the equivalent of joining the
Live Golf.
The Live Golf.
Yeah.
He's becoming a pickleball player.
He's leaving professional tennis to be a pickleball player because pickleball, I think big pickleball is throwing so much money at him that he can't refuse.
Well, I'm sure Jack Sock wasn't bringing in the billions.
Dude, he's won 4 Grand Slam doubles. That's not a joke.
Jack Sock earnings. No. His combined prize money for singles and doubles is $12 million.
Yeah, that's not a joke, and he's only 30.
Okay, Jack Sock.
So Jack Sock's got he must be getting. But it's different because like golf, like if you leave the PGA Tour to play Live Golf, you're playing the same sport. You're just doing one for Saudi murderers and you're doing one for racist white guys. You know what I mean? But if leaving tennis to play pickleball feels like if a golfer left to play putt-putt.
You leave it to play PGA golf at the local dive bar.
Yeah, no, you leave it to play PGA golf, the video game. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, where you go.
I got a job. I'm actually the manager at Top Golf now. It's pretty good. I'm not making quite as much, but like I can drink beer.
What I want to happen is have Jack Sock Still can't get over this name.
I've just heard it so many times.
And get paid, $20 million to become the Michael Jordan of pickleball, and then just have him be ranked 117. Just have him get smoked by every fucking teenage fucking college kid from Oklahoma.
I mean,
just whooping on his ass.
I think that's very, very possible. I think that's very, very possible. But I
want old Filipino grandmas whooping his ass.
I just saw that and I was like, damn, bro. If you don't need the bread, which I feel like he doesn't, are you this whack?
He may have been bad with his investments, but I feel like $12 million is a pretty nice little nest egg. Just dump it in some mutuals and you'll be set for life, bro.
I mean, 12...
You don't have to remove pussy from your entire being by joining the pickleball league.
But
you want to put a price on that?
But it doesn't seem... I agree with you, but it also doesn't seem like... I don't know. It doesn't seem like... I feel like 30 isn't fully retirement age. You know what I mean? 30 is you still got 5 years you could probably play at this level, especially if you're playing doubles.
How old is Joker?
Yeah,
he's 40, right?
Yeah, close to it. It just seems like a real choice to be like.
Oh, he's 36. But no, there's some tennis players who are 38. He still has another good.
I just want it to be
good
anyone
run in
but
him.
Alcaraz and Joker in the final. We've seen it. I'm good. I don't want them to be in every final for the rest of my life. It gets a little boring.
Yeah, but that's been modern tennis for a long time. I mean, hopefully our boy Ben Shelton gets up there into the Wiener circle. But if it wasn't Alcaraz and Joker before, it was just Joker and Fed and
no,
Nadal,
of course.
and, it's always bad. It's the same thing over and over again. But that's how the game goes.
It's bad. It's much more fun to see someone. It's a better storyline for everyone if someone comes from the back.
Well, nobody wants to watch Djokovic do anything.
He's one of the most unlikable people of all time. There's a New York Times story about him today, and it's just this guy. I think he does it on purpose. I think he likes to be the villain because he didn't have a choice and he just embraced it, which I respect. I respect because what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But it's crazy. It's crazy to be that good and that much of a winner and just be hated by everyone. It's almost unheard of.
I mean, outside of professional wrestling or something like that,
where they're supposed to.
A heel is crafted by a writer's room or something like that.
Exactly.
He saw an opening and he took it.
I mean, I guess what else?
I'm going to be the Undertaker of.
If you're not likable,
tennis.
I mean, what choice do you have? This is your only way. I mean, at least you're winning. You're rich.
I'm sure some people like him in Serbia.
No, I'm sure he's got fans in his home country, but I don't know anyone who I've never met a human being who wants to see Djokovic win. I know they exist, but I've never met one.
That must fuel him so well.
Yeah, definitely. No, definitely.
Do you think he's better than Fed? Do you think he's the all-time best tennis player?
I mean, I don't think of it as it's also he's not fun to watch because he's like a robot. All these guys are kind of boring. That's my whole thing.
I'm not talking about what's fun to watch.
Well, that's what I think of as greatest. I don't care how much you win. All these guys have won a shitload. That's not a question. You know what I mean? Once you get to a certain point, it's I've won one more Grand Slam than you. Does that make me the greatest player of all time? I don't know if that's the metric we should be measuring. You know what I'm saying? I think it's
sure.
There's some other factors. First of all, he's swagless as hell.
Swag and fun to watch, none of those go into the factor of the best of all time. But I do know what you mean. There is a certain element of, are you a champion?
I think for some people they do. I mean, other people do. People consider dumb shit like charity and stuff when they're thinking about this. It's not even.
No.
I know, it's crazy. But I think that all the greats are kind of boring, which bums me out, but doesn't make them less great, I guess.
Yeah, I mean the guy Brian Cox will do a Kith ad, right? Anything's possible.
Yeah. I mean,
people are still gonna like him.
I mean,
that's like joining pickleball. That's the actor version of quitting acting and joining pickleball as you start modeling for Keith.
Imagine that conversation. Imagine the brain trust over at Kith being like, who we need, bro? We need the dad from Succession. It's the show's over. No one's talking about it anymore. This is the time we can get him. And then they go out to him. How do you think Brian Cox just says yes because the check is good? Or do you think Brian Cox has a kind of inner circle of young people in his life that he confers with to make these decisions.
I'm having deja vu because I feel like we've had this conversation before about other celebrities modeling for Kith, where is it just like, hey, do you want to do this? We're gonna give you $100,000. It'll take 4 hours. You wear some shit. Yeah, fuck it, whatever. Or does somebody have like a fast ass streetwear nephew who's like, bro, dude, Kith you have to do this, dad. Is
I
like
think
that,
it's
you know?
both. I think depending on who it is, it's both. I think this guy is legitimately old. Like, I don't even know how old this guy. I mean, he seems like he's in his like mid to late 60s.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah, he's old. He's old. I mean, to me, this is a good lesson and a good reminder that no actors are cool anymore.
Nope. I agree.
Like, Jack Nicholson is like the only living actor that's actually cool. You know, you meet, your Adrian Brody's. Oh God, he's so not cool. He's one of the worst guys of all time.
I'll never forget seeing Adrian Brody at that Whole Foods and being like, I can't believe that's Adrian Brody. I can't believe it. This is him in the flesh.
Other than Mads Mikkelsen and my Copenhagen brother and Jack Nicholson, those are the only two cool actors still living and breathing on planet Earth.
I mean, I don't care about acting or the dramatic arts in any way, so I'm the wrong guy for the conversation. But I think that I would say that's true almost across the board for any famous people. I mean, there's barely any cool musicians.
I know,
barely.
All the good rock stars are gone.
This is, I mean,
it's just Axl Rose.
There'll be some new ones. I hope. We could maybe. I mean, I think there's always going to be.
Is going to be Khalid.
No, not Khalid. That's funny though. No, but I think there's always going to be
Dominic Fike.
Every generation will have at least one or two people that kind of look to the right things for inspiration. You know what I mean? Like it can't all be people just like trying to be rich and make cool TikToks.
The Dare is all we have, right?
Well, I like that band from the Pleasure Pill band from San Diego that sounds like Oasis. That's as close as I'm going to get. Their new single has a picture of a sitar on the cover, so I'm all in.
That is pretty cool. Oh, you had you had a note. You sent a couple things over. An Iowa school has a nickname request form.
Yeah, this is so sick. So apparently, a teacher will not call you by like my name is Christopher legally, so a teacher will only call me Christopher unless I get a note from my parents saying that Chris is an acceptable nickname for me. Is how I understood that.
Yes.
Can you tell me what sense that makes? Like, what are people trying to pull a fast one?
Well, I guess you basically you have to have express written consent authorizing the use of this nickname that has been presented to the Grand Court of the Iowa School District or whatever. I think what it is it's a bullying, an anti-bullying measure where before, if I'm walking down the hall, like my nickname, everyone had a zillion nicknames in school. Mine was Dead Guy because I had dark circles under my eyes.
So the teacher's like, all right, dead guy, what's 4 plus 4?
I feel like this has nothing to do with teachers and more so about other kids calling you unwanted nicknames and not being able to do anything about it.
Yeah,
so
you're probably right.
They sort of created a law in order to be able to correctly punish an offense. So if I go up to a principal and they're like, hey, Steve called me dead guy and that hurts my feelings, he's gonna be like, bummer, dude, that's not that bad. Call me if he calls you something insane, And I think now that they've created this rule, they're able to punish somebody for calling me a nickname unwanted, even if it is not necessarily offensive in the Webster's dictionary.
Because I didn't find getting called fat ass offensive, but if a teacher called me fat ass, I guess that is offensive.
That would be a fireable offense.
I think so. I mean, I think teachers are at their wits' end with all these little badass kids, though. I think high school age, I think junior, senior level, if you want to fight, if your teacher wants to duff you out, like, you guys could square up. I think that's fair. If you're a 17-year-old man and you're talking that much shit in your teacher's face, he could duff you out and you could swing on him. And it's like hockey. When you hit the ground, people step in. Until then, you get to duke it out. You get to duke it out.
Okay, so we're living in end times.
The teachers hate the students hate the teachers. Like, let's just do what we got to do to make it entertaining for everybody.
As long as they're being entertained, right?
I mean, what else is there? You're not learning anymore. You know, that's off the table. As soon as you walk,
we used to have a society.
We used to have a society. Yeah, you're gonna get I've seen videos on Instagram of teachers and students fighting that are insane. Like a student throwing a fucking full desk at a teacher, and the teacher can't do anything. Like that just seems unfair.
It's so sad because you see those videos, and there's some crazy kid who's like going through it, obviously, and he does something insanely stupid, like throws a desk at a teacher.
Yeah.
You sort of can't do anything about it, because if you really do, you're able to ruin this child's life, basically. Like if I was a teacher or a principal and a kid fucking throws a desk at me or like assaults me, violently, I'm like, cool, you're expelled. You go to the next school and they're like, why'd you get expelled? You're like, oh, you tried to fist fight the principal and you pulled a knife on your gym teacher. Cool, you're not going to go to this school either. And then fast forward 6 months and this kid's fucking, doing a smash and grab at Bottega. 6 months after that, he's living in a van down by the river, dead or in jail. And that's the end of this person's life.
But if the teachers punched him in the face and that was the punishment, we kind of just keep it moving. That's my conclusion.
But the other issue is you can't be a teacher and fight a student, because if you lose,
yeah, that's true. You can never show your face in there again.
No one will ever respect you as a teacher. It ruins the teacher's life. You can never work again in any school.
Yeah,
because I left blah 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 elementary because, I mean, he's in 7th grade, but he's a big kid. After summer break, he came back. I think he hit puberty. He's going 235, something like that, and he got a good one in on me, and laid me out. It's over.
I got a 2-piece.
You're working at the AutoZone after that.
I got a 2-piece from Brian, and I had to go work at Kroger. I had to go bag groceries. I think, but
Brian got lucky. We'll see what happened in the rematch.
I think that's good though. I think it's better for everybody. We just need to normalize fighting in every instance. I think people are so bent out of shape and like everybody's mad, everybody's on edge. Let's get rid of guns. Let's get rid of knives. Let's just duff only. I've been fighting for this for years, and I think we're seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. If we rid ourselves of weapons and only allow hand-to-hand combat, we would have a better society.
Of course, you live to fight. That's a overarching theme in the film Friday, starring Ice Cube.
You make a good point. And
about you young bucks nowadays, drive-by shootings and all that. Back in my day, you settle it like 2 man. You punch it out. It goes to the floor. Your friends break it up. You squash your shit, and then you wake up and you start your life again tomorrow, just as if you got a black eye. No big deal.
No, exactly.
But you're not dead.
You dust yourself off and try again.
Well, I mean, what the real problem is you should not have a kid if you can't raise one to not fucking pepper spray the principal of their school.
Yeah, no.
Or fucking pull a crowbar out on your home ec teacher.
Dude,
if your kid is looking like they're going to start fist fighting adults in the street, that's when you maybe punish them.
Yeah, but I work too hard. I don't have time. Joey's crazy. He got his mom's DNA. How long gone? Thank you guys for listening. Check out Horses, the restaurant on Resi. Try to get a table over there. They're open for business. They're serving food. Thank you guys for sticking with us through our tumultuous travel week. This next week we have some guests. We're back leading into the music sphere. We
have a very twisted 1-2 punch of musical guests this week. It's pretty sick.
It is. I wish I could take credit for the artistry of scheduling, but it just kind of the cookie crumbled this way.
The flower petals fell this way through the hands of God.
Pray for me, Jason, that I don't end up,
Does Alex like being at the Republican Hotel as much as you do, or maybe not quite as much?
She's stunned by the weight of the patrons. It feels like something that, because she hasn't explored America, you know what I mean, in the way that you or I have, that she's just like, I don't understand. And I'm like, well, let me tell you, this is what it looks like almost everywhere except where we live.
Yeah, we fat.
I think we're good. I haven't gotten any like DeSantis literature slid under my door. So I think we're good. I'm going to make it out unscathed.
Okay.
But it's touch and go. We've still got a few, we've still got 24 hours.
Okay. I worry about the BMW, I just don't, I know that you haven't been home in a while and it probably hasn't had the correct service maintenance. So
no,
just be safe out there.
No, it just makes me feel like less of a man because it's not, lifted or anything.
Because it's not a Lariat Jimmy edition for Foreman,
Yeah.
Foreman Lariat.
Yeah, exactly.
Name's Foreman Lariat. How the hell are you?
Yeah, I'm Foreman Lariat. I'm a deacon at the church as well.
Lariat, get down from there now.
There's definitely a kid at this fucking pool named Lariat with a fat mom. How long gone? How long gone? It's Foreman and Lariat signing off. And we will talk to you next week. Thank you for listening.
Bye.